Good morning, everyone. It's not 5 o'clock. It's 5:30, 5:45. So we have kind of late start for our walk today. The other days we went for a walk around 6:30 to 7 o'clock because the baby slept a little bit longer, which means when we went for a walk there were also already people walking their dogs, waiting for the school bus, and I just don't feel very comfortable walking with a camera and talking to myself when there's people around. But anyways, I want to say thank you very much for your comments. I was not expecting that I will get that kind of engagement with the videos where the locals yes where the locals would actually provide me their feedback, their perspective on the things which I was saying in my last video. It helped me understand why the Singapore is the way it is, and I especially appreciate, number one, repeating comments from the same users on multiple videos. Thank you very much. And I have to call out one comment from yesterday. It came in last night around 7 p.m. Singapore time, and that comment was actually pretty long, which means that the person dedicate quite some time of his or her time to explain the religious tolerance in Singapore. And I stay corrected that the main reason why in Singapore the religious tolerance is as it is, it's not because of the strict laws and the great way of enforcing them, if required, of course, but it's because of the education system, where on the mix of all the diversity of all the people living in Singapore go to the same schools, and they are sitting next to each other in the classrooms. I after reading that comment, I just of course showed it to my wife, and it got stuck in my memory because anyways, I just like it very much, so thank you for it. In my last video I talked about my first impressions when I arrived to Singapore, and the events, feelings which wrote into my memory. And today I just want to provide some sort of a balance to my previous video, so that people cannot say that I'm making the videos just to praise Singapore blindly, and they will think that I'm losing the touch with the reality. I don't see how the life over here really is, because still coughing, because believe me, I'm very well aware of the positives, but also of the challenges. Okay, so today I just would like to talk about my challenges which I run into. So after I left Singapore after my first business trip, after I spent over here 11 days, I went to Tokyo, where immediately I got sick. I had a fever, and it was freezing cold, and the desire to come back to warm Singapore was that much stronger, actually. Anyways, fast forward, I made a request to be moved over here, and while I was waiting, believe or not, the challenge that I was dealing with was my parents. Even though I'm grown up man, my parents are growing older, and as everybody, as myself, after my daughter will grow up, I'm hoping that I will be able to stay near her and watch her grow, settle down, start her family, and just be hopefully somewhere nearby in her life. Well, if my parents are in Europe and I just made a request to come to Singapore after previously spending nearly 4 years in the United States, I didn't know how to tell them that after I came back from the US, I'm thinking of leaving them once again. Okay, so initially I told them that the transfer will be temporarily, and I'm looking just for ways how to spend maybe a year in Singapore. And then as I came over here, actually the COVID hit, so we were not allowed to travel for about 1 year. And then somehow, my parents are not stupid, they realized that what I was telling them, that I'm coming here for 1 year, is probably not so true, and the reality for them sinked in. And they never blamed me, but I know that they were not very happy, and they are 65 this year, and they have their own health problems, and there's just nobody around. My sister, she married into a different country as well. Even though she stays in Europe, she's in another country, and the traveling from her place to my place is not straightforward as jump on a plane and you are at your destination. It is a combination of a plane, then taking a taxi to the train stop, take a train, wait for the train, then go take a train for another 3 hours. And for her, she has 3 children. When she's traveling with 3 children, it's challenging, right? Father is in condition where sometimes we think that he's not able to fly anymore, which brings its own challenge. So they pretty much depend on us coming to see them. So that's the reality. I do realize that the majority, based on the comments, the majority of the people that watch my videos are actually locals, which I appreciate. And I don't know if you can fully understand what it means when you as a grown person pretty much go somewhere to chase your dream, build your career, live your happy life on the expense of your parents, having exactly the opposite. Because my parents would give up anything just so they could be near me. I see them once a year for about 2 weeks, but I know for sure that I need to do better, especially now when the baby is born, because I'm expecting to fly back in May for 3 weeks, and I can only imagine what will happen when my mother will see Gabriela for the first time. She will try to hug her, lift her up, to hold her, and Gabriela will stay crying because grandma is a complete stranger for her, and I know that that moment it will break my mother's heart, and it will take a few weeks for them to bond, and by the time they will bond, it will be time for us to go back home. So anyways, this is one part of living in Singapore, at least for me. If your experience is different, then congratulations. I don't want to generalize and say this is how it is, I live here, listen to me. No, this is just my own experience, and if you have it different, then so be it. But based on what I see with myself and many of my colleagues at my work, if you're a foreigner and you come to Singapore, you come to a different country, waiting for the loud car to drive by. You come to a different country where first of all, you don't know anybody. You leave your life behind, your family, your friends, and then you realize or start focusing on the main thing why you came over here. I mean, the weather is nice, but you don't spend every day at the beach. In the past 6 years, I went to Sentosa twice. Oh, doggy! Hey, good morning. Hello, hello. So, oh, still coughing. So my life, bless you. So my life after I came over here is more focused on the work, which means that I work a lot. And due to the fact that I work for an international company, and majority of the decisions and the meetings are taken during US time zone, while I still need to stay in touch with the local business and colleagues, it results in me need to be available and in my computer 16 hours a day. I'm not sitting at the computer straight 16 hours a day, but to be honest with you, there were many days when I was sitting for 16 hours a day because trying to solve a problem, trying to get recognition, trying to get promotion, trying to get the status of the high performer, and slowly but surely, my life in Singapore turns into the work. Even though I don't come to the office more than twice a week, working from home is that much worse. Is because once you turn on the laptop, you turn your home into the office, and then you don't differentiate what time it is. You are simply available when they call you. So now what has changed after having a baby? So the Gabriela is born. I still need to go to work and perform my duties, and even though I try to catch up with the local team in the morning, have the afternoons free every single day starting from 7 p.m. depending if we are in the winter or summer time zone with the US, if there's a 12 hours difference or 13 hours difference. In the evening I start my meetings and I go on for 5 hours straight until 11 p.m. or until 1 a.m. At least Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday is a little bit better, and on Fridays I prefer not to take any meetings, but yesterday was Friday and I was providing a training to my US team from 8 to 10 p.m. So every day is different, but one thing is for sure that it's usually long hours working. So me working irregular hours, me working with small or bigger windows here and there throughout 16 hours a day. And then my wife working in a hospital, and she has 9 hours shifts, and not having anybody around from the family to help out, like literally anybody. The only solution for us was to get a full-time helper. You can see in our videos we have our helper Lisa. Okay, looks like Gabriela wants to walk a little bit, but we, believe or not, we didn't bring any shoes, so I will try to change her position and continue in a second. Okay, let's hope that she will be comfortable in this position for a while before we get home. Anyway, so I was saying that we had to get a full-time helper now, so that when I am working and my wife is in the hospital, that we can get some help. Now I do realize now that there are days where the baby spends more time with the helper than with the parents. I definitely spend more time with my colleagues on the meeting bridges, on the virtual teleconference rooms, way longer than I spend with my daughter. And that's also one of the reasons why I want to make sure that at 5 a.m. in the morning nobody from work can expect me, to be available, so I know for sure that it is the time when I cannot be bothered, and don't feel guilty when they reach out to me and I don't answer. So 5 a.m. is perfect time for me to go for a walk and bond with her. And I'll just share with you experience which happened lately. And when I have meetings, I usually try that the meeting will take 50 minutes instead of 1 hour, so that I have 5 to 10 minutes break between each meeting, so I can go to washroom, have a drink, or simply see Gabriela for a second when I'm working. Hey, good morning. So I can be with Gabriela for like 5 minutes every hour, just to show her that I'm there. And it was a couple days ago, around 7 p.m. when she was taking her late nap. She woke up and she started crying, which is normal, right? So I go to her, I lift her up to comfort her, and she starts crying even more, and I recognize that type of call, and that's the call when she wants to be with somebody else. So usually, in a better scenario, before these privileged position was for my mother-in-law, which I have no problems with. As a saint woman in my books. Or she's crying for her mother, but it was just me and helper at home, and helper was taking a shower for about 3 minutes, and the baby just won't stop crying. So I realized very soon that the baby woke up and she's not looking for the comfort with me but with the helper, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I can understand why, because we have really amazing helper. She does a great job, and the baby obviously loves her, but it leaves a mark when you as a parent realize that while the baby is halfway awake and is looking for a person that she's feeling safe with, that in that case 2 days ago it was not her father, but it was a helper that was hired 4 months ago. So this definitely leaves a mark, and that is the result of the lifestyle that we are living. I just want to say, that nothing in this world is for free, and even living in a paradise like Singapore needs to come with I'm looking for the right word. It is not a compromise. Sacrifice. That's the right word. I came over here in order to live a happy life, but believe me guys, it takes a decent list of the sacrifices that I had to make, and I'm making every single day, so that I would be able to stay in this beautiful country. And I'm not complaining, because I have an option. If I want to go, I can go back to Europe. I have also US passport. If I want it, I can go and work in the US. But I choose to be here because I believe that this is the best place in the world. But what I'm trying to portray is that nothing is perfect, okay? Hey, good morning. Good morning. Hello. Guys, nothing is perfect. I don't want to create a false illusion based on my few second short videos where I put the dramatic music with a shot of the Singapore skyline, Marina Bay Sands Hotel, or Jewel at the Changi Airport, and create an illusion that that's the life every single day. Whoever is living in Singapore is sitting in boat quay, eating chili crab with a beer, hanging out with the friends, in the nighttime, going to the KTVs and party and enjoying the life. It's not the case, and I just want to be very, very real, so that I don't misguide any of you, or you would think that I'm trying to make my life look better than in reality it is. I'm very happy with my life, but I know for sure it is not for everybody. It is not for everybody because not everybody can prioritize the same way as I do. So it is really up to you. And just to give you an idea, the first year when I moved to Singapore, and I realized how much it cost a beer over here, what my salary is, because after I made the request to come to Singapore, I was so desperate that I would take any salary. So they let me know my salary 3 weeks before my arrival, guys. Okay, and believe me, it was way smaller than I ever would imagined. The reality is that in Singapore, when I compare it with New York, in Singapore people are getting paid 30-40% less. I don't know why. I can make only guesses. I guess it is because of the high competition at the whole Asia, including 1 billion Chinese, 1 billion Indians, and the rest 7 billion of the world population trying to come over here, and they would probably take any salary, and it is creating the downward pressure on the salaries. They just be ready. If you are on a local contract, your salary will not be as if you were working in Manhattan. It will be way less. Yes, on the other hand, you are paying less taxes. Good morning. You are paying less taxes, which leaves more money in your pocket, but it is what it is. Anyways, I will get into the salary situation maybe in another dedicated video, because I don't want to mix the topics. That's probably all that I wanted to share with you for today. We are already at the condo, so I want to say thank you very much for watching. Please leave me a comment. I always appreciate it and enjoy reading them, and I'm making sure that I try to reply to all of them. And I hope that you watched the Taylor Swift concert this week and you enjoyed it, because I did not watch the concert, even though I wish I was there. And the reason why I'm mentioning her is because during the walk this morning I could see Taylor Swift playing from the guardhouse. And last week when I was in the office and I went for lunch with my colleagues in Lau Pasat, they were playing Taylor Swift, the whole album, one song after another. So I'm hoping that Singapore can catch a break from Taylor Swift after the concert chain is over. And I wish you a lovely Sunday. Thank you for watching.